My friend here is very skillful when it comes to latte art. That's how you said it's called. Hello guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So guys, in our today's video we are going to adventure into the coffee culture. Yay, I'm very excited guys. So yeah, for those who know me very well, I really love coffee. So as for me, going for coffee dates, going for coffee occasion is really therapeutical and I love it. I just love it. So guys, in our today's video, we'll get to know why Kenyan coffee is doing so well in the market worldwide and why Kenyan coffee is of good quality compared to other coffee production from other countries. By the way, Kenyan coffee is the best, and it's crazy and funny how in Kenya we produce a lot of coffee, but not so many people get to drink coffee. In Kenya, majority we are into the tea culture more than coffee, but so come, let's go and find out why. So guys, right here we have coffee plantation tree with both red and green fruit or berries. Before they are harvested, we can refer to them as fruit, but when harvested and roasted, we can refer to them as coffee beans. So guys, upon arrival, I was served with a cup of cafe latte. The taste was on point, and by the way, people at this place are very welcoming, so I had a great time. Hello guys, I'm here with the best barista in town. His name is Barista Kevin. So yeah, he'll be taking us through the coffee culture and tradition and everything else.
In the coffee industry, we have like two varieties of coffee, or two species. We have Arabica and Robusta. The origin of Robusta is Der Congo, or away from highlands.
Oh, Der Congo.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Arabica coffee, the origin comes from Ethiopia. So mostly in Kenya we grow Arabica coffee, so we'll be taking an overview about Arabica coffee, but we can mention this is the Robusta coffee. This is how it looks. There are a lot of differences, but we can tackle that the next time. The one difference is this one is smaller in size compared to the Arabica. The shape is round, the Arabica is oval. Then in prices, this one fetches the high price, and Robusta fetches lower prices. The others are physical differences and the geographical differences, the way it grow, but we won't go into that. So coffee comes from this, the fruit, the cherry.
Cherry beans?
Yeah, the cherry to become
where are
the
they?
drink. I don't have a lot here.
Oh,
but these
yeah,
are cherries.
okay.
And, and coffee is a fruit like any other. So if it's not processed, it remains to be a fruit, not a beverage. So if you want to process coffee, there are two types of processes. We have the natural process and the wet process. The natural process basically means natural processing itself. Like if you sun dry the cherry in what we call mboni, that is a natural process. The dry process.
Dry
process, which is a natural process. But in natural process, we have something else called the honey process, which is quite totally different thing. But for now, let's talk about just the dry process and the wet process. The dry process is just a natural process. In wet process, what happens is this fruit, we remove the skin by mechanical way, we call it pulping.
Pulping.
Yeah, you remove the skin mechanically, and you are left with what we call this one, the wet parchment. This is wet parchment.
Wet parchment.
Wet parchment. This one is what fermented in water. That's why it's called washed process, because we wash it in water. So after washing, then it's dried. After fermenting it in water, it's dried, and we get what we call the dry parchment.
Dry parchment.
Yeah, this is dry parchment.
Okay.
From the dry parchment, from up to this stage, you can't know which coffee is in your farm, because Arabica has other grades. Arabica has many grades. So in your farm, you can get different grades. So for you to get that, you have to remove this skin to know what is inside. So the mechanical removal of this dry skin is called milling. And after milling, we get what we call the green bean. It's called green because it's not roasted, so you can see the color is green. So when you get the green bean, that's when we do what we call grading. And in grading, in Kenya, there are different ways of grading around the world. But in Kenyan method of grading, we use what we call size and shape and density. But for now, I'll take you through size and shape. If you take a coffee like this one, you take this one, you can tell there are two different sizes. And if I take this one, you can notice all three of them, they are different size and shape.
Yeah.
They are shaped different. Basically, by that, you can grade your coffee. And what we use what we call screens. Screens are sieves. Like they have specific diameter of a hole that allows some coffee to go down and some to be retained. So the biggest one is retained on top, and the small one goes down. So this one, grade E, is what retained on the first sieve, the first screen.
I personally have quite learned a lot, and so will you explain to us why is the Kenyan coffee being so well in the market? As in, what is the secret behind that?
That's one question everyone asks, and the answer is quite simple. The first thing is, as you consider Kenya is in Africa, and you have one of the best weather. You know, we don't have the 4 seasons, we just have the wet and dry season, which is suitable for the coffee growth. The next thing is our soil. In Kenya, we have a lot of highlands and the volcanic soil. The volcanic soil makes our coffee to be very unique and have that winery taste, and like a fruit, like it has a very good fruity taste because of the soil, which lacks from other countries which don't have the volcanic soil. You know, Kenya, we have the Mount Kenya, which was an active volcano. So the soil is where people grow mostly coffee, like the Kenyan highland, the Mount Kenya region, they grow very good coffee. Now, the last reason why the Kenyan coffee is doing so well, people consider it one of the best coffees in the world, is because we produce very little coffee compared to other countries.
Oh, really? I thought we produce a lot.
No. The fact that we produce very little means we can have what we call market control. We can control how which coffee we are sending to the market, because since it's so little that we are getting from the farm, we use human labor instead of machines. Like for instance, if you look like a country like Brazil, they produce 60% of the world coffee, meaning they need machines to do all that work. And their coffee is not one of the best. They are the highest producers, but their coffee is mostly used in instant coffees, to make instant coffee instead of specialty coffee. But in Kenya, because our coffee is very little, we use the human labor, which means humans get the best out of the farm. We only pick the red cherries when we go to the farm. So if you're using
the ones
human
which are red,
the ripe one. So we leave the green ones and which have diseases, the tiny ones, some they are too small, some are diseased, some have insect bites. So we always leave them because we use the human eye. So that one means whatever we take to the factory is the best. Also, when we go to the factory, because I personally have picked coffee, you always get there, you're told to pour down your coffee, and you have to sort it one by one. One by one. You have to sort again to remove any impurity that is there, like twigs, like leaves, green berries. You remove them until you get only the red and the black cherry, the red and the more riper cherries.
So people who work in the coffee sector, they do a lot of work.
There's a lot of work.
So they need to be respected. All respect to them.
There's one thing like the farmers.
Yeah, farmers.
The farmers are doing a lot to get you that cup of coffee, but they don't get the recognition. Especially those people who take the Kenyan coffee. You have to give the respect to our farmers. I come from coffee growing area, so I know the hassle we have to go. And the money, we never get paid. Like, there's no money. That's why most of us are uprooting the coffees and going to other farming, because at the end of the day, you do all that work and nobody want to pay you the value of your coffee. Yes, I know there's a lot of process for you to get the coffee from the cherry to the cup, but I think the farmer is the most important, because he takes care of the farm. You know, like Arabica coffee needs a lot of care. Needs a lot of input, a lot of fertilizers. Even if you're doing organic farming, it needs a lot of care because they are very delicate plant compared to the Robusta. It's not disease resistant, it's not drought resistant. So if there is drought, you have to water your coffee. If it get diseases, you won't get any yield. So I think the coffee farmers deserve a pat on the back.
Wow. Actually, we've got to learn a lot. Thank you so much for your time and for the knowledge that you've shared with us. Which procedure is different?
Frothing?
What?
Frothing.
Frothing.
Yeah, basically heating the milk and making it to have foam, to be frothy.
To be on.
So that you can make out.
So guys, my friend here is very skillful when it comes to latte art. That's how you said it's called.
Yeah.
Yo, look at that. Wow. Ooh. Cheers. Cheers. It's very delicious.
Make a mustache with coffee.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. As I know, we've all learned or get to know something about the coffee culture. So yay, see you in our next video. Bye.